Welcome to the House Doctor. Today I'm going to show you how to flush the automatic transmission on your car or truck. Today I'm going to be working on a 2006 GMC Sierra. Has over 200,000 miles on it. The procedures we're going to go through are going to work pretty much for any car, but this GMC Sierra, the steps and the parts are pretty much identical to a Yukon, Tahoe, Escalade, any of the GM SUVs or pickup trucks. The automatic transmission in your car or truck is kind of like an English muffin. It's full of all these little nooks and crannies, and all the fluid flows through it. I don't know, and it does some stuff, and it makes the car go forward and backward. As your engine gets hot and your transmission heats up, the fluid in your transmission loses its lubricity over time, and it's not going to flow through the transmission as smoothly as it needs to. You need to replace that fluid. If you just drop the transmission pan, put a new filter in, and add some fluid to it, you're not going to get all of the fluid out. All those nooks and crannies are going to hold that old fluid. Plus you got this big old round thing bolted to the back of your engine called a torque converter that holds a lot of fluid. What we're going to do today is going to get all that old fluid out. We're going to have nothing but brand new fluid all throughout our transmission. I know what you're thinking. Your brother's uncle's cousin's sister-in-law's husband changed his transmission fluid and his transmission went out a week later. Unfortunately, most people don't change their transmission fluid until they already have a problem. Even with over 200,000 miles, this transmission works great, but I still want to take the steps and get it all flushed out and put new fluid all throughout it. The fluid I'm going to put back in the transmission is Valvoline Max Life ATF. This was recommended to me by Big John at E-Town, and this works for a lot of different cars. You're going to have to check the specs in your owner's manual to see what kind of transmission fluid you need to use, but look on the back and it'll tell you all the different vehicles this can go in. Just to give you a starting point, I'm going to check my transmission fluid. If you're not sure where it is on your car, just look in your owner's manual, but your transmission fluid's red, and your dipstick for your transmission fluid is most likely going to be red, just like your oil dipstick is yellow because your oil's yellow. I don't know. Anyway, this is my transmission dipstick. So the fluid's a little dirty. It's not horrible. So I'm going to do a flush on this. Let's see what happens. We're not going to need any fancy equipment like at the auto repair places. All we're going to need is this little fitting, and this is going to allow us to flush out our transmission. I'll put a link in the description where you can pick this up. Don't run off real quick after I show you how to flush the transmission. I'm also going to show you a little trick that's going to make dropping the pan and changing the filter a lot less messy than you may have seen done in the past. We need to disconnect the transmission line from the radiator. We need to pry back this little black ring here. You might be able to just pull it back. There we go. You need to remove this little snap ring that's holding the line in. Be very careful. That thing's going to want to go flying somewhere that you'll never be able to find it again. And we just pull out this line, and you might get a little bit of fluid dripping out. Take note of the shape of the end of the line. We're going to put our adapter in and then put the clip back in so it doesn't pop off. I have this clear hose connected to the adapter fitting, and I ran it down into a bucket. That's where the old transmission fluid's going to go when we start the truck. I also have a funnel ready to start putting clean transmission fluid into the truck. What we're going to do is start the truck. The old fluid's going to come out and go into the bucket, and at the same time I'm going to start pouring new fluid in through here. I'm not worried about overfilling it because when we're done with the flush, I'm going to show you how to change the fluid and we'll get rid of any excess fluid that we have in there at that time. I ran about 2.5 gallons through till the fluid started looking cleaner. Now here's where the doctor part of changing your transmission filter comes in. We're going to use this syringe and suck the fluid out of the pan before we take the bolts out. That way we're not going to have a giant mess underneath. That syringe worked better than I could have ever expected. It took a few times to get most of the fluid out, but now when I drop the pan, I should have very little, if any, mess when I crawl underneath and drop the transmission pan. When you get under the car, make sure you're using jack stands and you have the wheels chocked so you're not gonna hurt yourself. I'm lucky enough I can just slide under there, and when you're underneath, get you some eye protection so stuff that's falling down as you're moving your hands around aren't going to hit you in the eye. And here's your pan, and you have to take all the bolts out all the way around, so that's what I'm going to do next. In order for me to get all my bolts out, I have to remove the transmission cable and get it out of the way. You want to be really careful when you're doing this because you can knock the car out of park, so make sure your wheels are chocked, your brake is on. To get the pan down, not only did I have to take the shifter cable out, I also had to adjust this bracket right here. I think when they put it in at the factory, they put it in the wrong position. I just had to put it where it belongs to get the pan down. And then I'll just push it back the other way once I get the new filter in. This right here is your filter, and you just grab a hold of this and pull it out. This is all the fluid that was left in the pan after I sucked it out with that siphon, and there's going to be some in the filter. In your kit, you're going to get a little seal like this that goes into the body of the transmission that the filter slides up into. I just recently did one of these services on my other truck, and this seal is really hard to get out and replace. So I'm going to make an executive decision and leave the old seal in. This filter was a little resistant at coming out, so I'm sure the seal is good. I'm just going to drain this fluid out of here and clean the pan. It's really surprising after 200,000 miles. This is pretty clean. The thing right here is a magnet. That may seem like a lot of metal there, but it's not really that bad. I'll clean this all up with some brake clean and put it back together. When you go to order your filter kit for your GM, if your pan looks like this on the bottom, then you have what's called a deep pan. If it's straight across, then it's a shallow pan. So I ordered the kit for a deep pan. And you'll just want to check your filter and make sure it's the same with the same height spout, and you'll know that you have the right kit. When you're putting the transmission pan gasket back on, you want to take your time and do it in a crisscross pattern. And don't tighten them up too tight. You should use a torque wrench. If you don't have one, just use German torque. Good and tight. I filled the transmission fluid up, took it for a ride, double checked to make sure my level was good. Now, if all the experts on the internet box are correct, in about 300-400 miles, my transmission should explode. Check back in, we'll see if that's true. Thanks for watching.